Iguazu Falls, the most beautiful waterfall in the world. It's made up of not just one, but over 275 waterfalls. And in this family vlog, not only will we be getting on a boat to get a close-up look, but we'll also be hiking towards their tallest fall called the Devil's Throat. So Iguazu Falls is located on the border of Argentina and Brazil. And after our 1-month stay in Rio de Janeiro, we checked out of the Sheraton Gran Rio and said our final goodbye.
Ciao, ciao, obrigado.
We checked in to an easy flight at Gol Airlines. Our first flight going from Rio to Sao Paulo.
I think it's backwards.
That's good.
We just landed in Sao Paulo and now we're gonna go to
Iguazu Falls.
Yeah! We're supposed to be an hour layover, but we were late and now we're just boarding. We made it!
So, by the way, it's called Falls do Iguacu. Iguacu.
Iguacu.
¿Cómo se dice?
Falls de Iguazu. Welcome to Falls de Iguazu.
So once we arrived, we took an 8-minute taxi and checked in at the Wish Resort, which we were very pleasantly surprised about. Make sure to watch to the end to find out why. But first things first, we headed straight to our room to get a good night's sleep so that we could be ready for the waterfall. Here we go. We're on our way to Iguazu Falls. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. The largest and most powerful waterfall in the world.
Are you going to tell us a story about it later?
Yes.
Stay tuned for this really exciting story.
Alright guys, we are headed to the falls.
The falls is about a 10-minute drive to our resort.
So this is usually packed, guys.
And when we got there, it was empty. Nobody's here. It's a ghost town. Anyways, did you know that in 2011, Iguazu Falls was nominated the new 7 Wonders of Nature? Pretty cool, Knox. Now to get to the falls, you have to first hop on a bus.
20-minute bus ride through the waterfalls.
And by the way, Igua means water, and Wazoo means big.
Big water.
Big water, baby. So after the bus ride, the hike to the main waterfall was about an hour and a half.
But keep in mind, Iguazu has 275 waterfalls, and it only took us about 10 minutes to get to the first lookout. There'll also be other lookouts along the way to take plenty of family pics.
Beware, you're gonna be running into quaddies that aren't really friendly. This girl had a plastic bag full of chocolate goodies and snacks, and this quaddy, there was like a gang of them. One of the quaddies grabbed the bag and literally like climbed on her to get it. Don't say we didn't warn you. They're super feisty.
Now, speaking of feisty, legend has it that these falls were made not by nature,
but from a jealous serpent god. A jealous serpent god who was supposed to marry the most beautiful of all women. But on the day of the wedding, she took off on a canoe with a mortal lover. In a rage of jealousy, the serpent god struck, sliced, and cut the rivers into pieces. Hi-ya! Which created these waterfalls. And condemning the beautiful woman and her mortal lover into an eternal fall. Oh, so sad. Pass me some tissue. Why does it be so sad? Pass me some popcorn. Pass me some popcorn.
And by the way, guys, the main waterfalls are located in what they call the Devil's Throat, which took us about an hour and a half hike to get there.
My friends call me the Tower of Terror because you never know I'm going to drop it. Bow. Like the waterfalls. You never know I'm going to drop it. Bow. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, look at that.
dog. Why do they call it Devil's Throat?
Good question. First of all, this part of Iguazu is shaped like a horseshoe, and it's actually made up of 14 large waterfalls. And the story goes that this beautiful woman turned into a rock, and her mortal lover turned into a palm tree, and now this bright and colorful rainbow connects the two. And now the Devil's Throat takes its name because it is the exact place where the serpent god watches over the two.
Dun, dun, dun!
Now all this storytelling can get you pretty hungry, and we recommend you go to the restaurant that overlooks the Iguazu River.
And after lunch, we hopped back on the bus and headed to the best part. So we are done with lunch, and now we're going to go on an epic boat ride to go a little closer to the Devil's Throat.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
But are you excited?
I'm super excited, but also nervous. When you try something new, you might be nervous, but it ends up being so good. Like a roller coaster. You're scared, and you go on it, it's so good. You just have to trust it.
You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
Are you okay,
How was
Max?
that?
We're gonna go in the water.
Heart attack. Heart attack. Heart attack session.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Max? Good job, man. Wow, guys, now I know why they said that Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Poor Niagara," when she first saw Iguazu Falls. We highly recommend that Iguazu should be on every family's travel bucket list. There's definitely nothing like it.
So here's a recap what we did today. We started over here, we hiked down over here, saw the Devil's Throat, then we had lunch, then we took a bus all the way over here, went to the boat, and then we're right here.
Now, when it comes to why we chose Wish Resort as our accommodation of choice, it is because of its amazing kids club. Not only is it one of the biggest we've ever seen, but it is filled with activities from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., all included with your stay. And our 1 week stay here was one of our favorites. Make sure to check out our stories on Instagram to see more of the resort and what we did here. Mwah! Thanks for watching, guys.